So, hello and welcome back, I'm One Proper Variant. This is Crusader Kings 2 and we will continue our run as the Abbasids here today. And when you look at that, we already have a very sizable realm. I think a realm where we can go and just become independent from the Seljuks. You know, that should be somewhat fair. I'm also looking at this and I'm thinking the only thing that I really care about is this Sulaymanid possession right over here in Al-Amara. Because if I do take it, then the custom Sunni Caliph title that we talked about in the past here would essentially be able to be all of Iraq, which is just nice because then, you know, it has nice clear borders that are also on the de jure map. So I think that is the plan here. I want to take this down and then we're going to take a look at what Caliph Musa really wants. Of course, you know, he will be the defining factor here in how I continue playing this game. So far, we've had one crazy, we've had one very excellent Caliph. Now let's see what sort of Caliph Musa will be. And by the way, nobody marries my mum. Get out of here. And look at that, yet another power of council revolt. Man, that is just incredible. I will not forget this, but they are mostly my family. Are they actually entirely my... Oh, seriously, it's Beyalil of the Akin dynasty and then it is my kinsman. Well, okay, I guess I have no choice, but I just want to be clear here. I will come for you eventually, Bayal Kadir. I will not forget this. I woke up early and found a sealed letter addressed to Sumru. I wonder, what could it say? Ooh, if I become curious, we could become shrewd, cynical, or... Wait a minute, yeah, shrewd is exactly what I want. There's no or attached there. Just give me shrewd, and that would be amazing. So I should find out. It could be important, you know? I have been taught struggle, and I have been taught to take responsibility. So I think Caliph Musa is going to do exactly this. Sumru saw me opening the letter and grabbed me by the hand. Then he cut my finger. Then she cut my finger with the paper and said I should keep my nose out of others' business. It wasn't mine to read, or that was a secret letter. You know what? That was a secret letter. Don't keep any secrets from me, mother. Actually, you know what? No. I'm gonna be nice to my mum. Hey, be nice to your mum. It wasn't mine to read. I am still curious, so very nice. I'll take it. Crusade for Egypt. In a grand announcement, the Pope declares a crusade for Egypt. The Christian lords gather from all across the world to bring the Fatimid Sultanate into the fold of Christian kingdoms and out of infidel hands. This is a very, very interesting decision to me because usually, of course, you know, they would be going for Jerusalem, but at this point, they are essentially immediately targeting the power base of the Fatimids. And if the Fatimids fall, that of course is a blow to, you know, Islam as a whole, but it isn't a blow to us because their moral authority is essentially based on our moral authority being zero. So you know what? I don't know. Caliph Musa, I don't think he understands the intricacies of the circumstances that he is in, but I think for us, this might, of course, create a bit of a triple situation here. You know, we have to go against a very strong Crusader state, and we would have to go against weakened Fatimids. I think we can do this. I think we can make this work. Let's just try our best. Okay, now let's continue our education here, of course, with the martial education. I think we will be the most military-minded Caliph yet in the list that we have played so far, you know. Of course, he was insane. He didn't really do that much. He never became the Caliph because he simply passed away too early. And Caliph Al-Qaim was a good Caliph, but I think his military advances and, you know, the conquest, for example, of the region of Baghdad as a whole, I think that was more driven by his advisors, whereas with Caliph Musa, it will surely be driven by himself. And I'm sure that Caliph Musa at this point already wants to go ahead and achieve so many things in the world. He's 12 years old, but already very ambitious because I think he's aware what his position is and what he needs to be done if he wants to be taken seriously. So, you know what? I'm absolutely on board with this guy. I think this guy is the king, or rather the caliph that will become, you know, his independent king and claim that Iraq will forever be the core caliphate lands for now and forever, of course. And oh... no, the Fatimids only held on to one kingdom tier title. You got to be kidding me. This entire time, the Caliphates exclusively held the Kingdom of Egypt. And because that is now lost as their top tier title, they simply lost everything. Nothing is left. They're all splintered. They're all gone. Shia has been defeated. The Shia Caliph is gone. And I think this is the perfect opportunity for us here. And look at Jerusalem, by the way. Also Shia. I will take them all down. I will teach them all a lesson. But for the moment, King Giovanni, the sword of the Lord of Egypt, is the ruler of Egypt. What did you get here? Italian Crusader lands, finger of Saint Christopher of Antioch. Okay, good for you. They took over. They won. And I think it will be our time very, very soon to fight back. The Shia Caliphate is gone, meaning there is no triple threat match. There's just, you know, us against the world. And I will also mention, by the way, that I'm now in control of all of this. I conquered Basra. It was just a casual conquest. There was nothing really that needed to be mentioned about it. But I think these are good borders to become independent with. Because I would like to, you know, still keep the Seljuks around, but not necessarily as my overlords. I think we are far too powerful for this. And my god, everybody is converting to Zikri, which has 14 moral authority. Demand reconversion, absolutely. I may be a child, but nobody goes against the will of the Caliph, you hear me? What? Oh. Okay, so... okay. So the Decadence Revolt was going on this entire time. I didn't really show anything off of it because I, to myself thought, oh, there's nothing that will happen here. This is just a normal rebellion. I shouldn't be worried. I'm absolutely sure that nothing will happen, and they still lost it. And the Seljuks are gone, meaning that now the Fatimids are gone, the Seljuks are gone, and we are one of the, if not the biggest regional power. Hello, Caliph Musa, you will have a lot to do once you grow up, believe you me, and I think that his advisors will most certainly encourage him to say, hey, you know what? We are in a situation, of course, where you should proclaim yourself as the overlord of the region because the Seljuk hegemony has already fallen. I cannot believe it. It actually hit me like a truck just here because I was seeing these invasions or rather these decadence revolts going on the entire time. So like the last 10 years, and I thought to myself, it will never happen. And it happened. They're gone. Just like that. Poof. Oh man, and shortly before we grow up to be 16, our mother sadly passes away to gout. I need a new educator, I guess, and honestly I feel as though I have kind of grown up in the military. I'm gonna go and I'm gonna put myself onto Abdul here, or rather I'm gonna put Abdul on as my guardian, but man, I think we're gonna grow up to be a good fella, if the fever goes away, of course that is. Otherwise we would inherit as our uncle. A Zikri uprising, huh? Man, this is a crazy situation. At least, at the very least, I suppose, I no longer have to rebel against the Seljuks, so I don't have to make the decision of actually betraying our overlords there. They betrayed themselves, I guess. A bit of a weird one, but I'll take it because I really like it. What we definitely are also growing up with, though, is ooh, don't you make that happen, dysentery, renewed jihad. Oh, I thought there was. Wait a minute. How did you become Caliph? He actually created it. Oh, he can create that without holding Mecca and Medina? That is really cool. Caliph al-Mustanzir, good for you. I also would like jihads back soon. So he holds Jerusalem. We do have a Shia Caliph. Now, beyond that, I do want to mention that I do think we are essentially growing up with hatred in our heart. And the Bektashi order there, they are very nice. With hatred in our heart against anybody that, says that we aren't the authority in terms of religion, because we need to quell this. We are back to a situation where essentially the Buyid dynasty, if you remember in 1031, the Buyid dynasty brought chaos and Shia over here, and now we have Zikri everywhere. We have open revolt against the Caliph. I think that is Caliph Musa's. Yeah, I almost forgot my name there. Don't question this, okay? I think this is Caliph Musa's goal right now. He needs to restore order, of course. And that is exactly what we're going to do. Please heal me, by the way. And the Regency is over. I have become a brilliant strategist, of course. I'm also cynical. I mean, see, I don't think that he needs to believe this, which is interesting, because it will mean that I won't focus too much on a religious kind of situation. I don't want to spread this religion necessarily, but you do need to respect it, because otherwise you don't respect me. But, when it comes to Allah himself, I think Caliph Musa has his doubts. And I'm going to take a look at who I can marry here. We are immediately going to, you know what, once this rebellion is over, just give me a moment, let's just destroy it. I'm going to look for a marriage opportunity here. First of all, you are over, and then I'm going to declare the Sunni Caliphate as a new kingdom. And if I'm not mistaken, we hold 3 duchy tier titles, meaning all of those should be incorporated, but let's just take a look at this. Boom. Would you look at that? Beautiful. Abbasid Sultanate of the Sunni Caliphate. Very, very nice. I like it. And we are de jure part of nothing? Is that... Wait a minute. Did I break the game? Oh no. I've never seen that. I don't think that's how you play vanilla CK2. I've never seen a kingdom being formed that wasn't based on a de jure empire, which I believe means that happened because the Sunni Caliphate is the title that we came from here. Okay, that's interesting. Sultanate of the Sunni Caliphate. Yeah, that makes a lot of sense. We actually detached ourselves from the entirety of the world. You know what? You will become a duke. You are of my dynasty. That is nice. That holds it all together, I think. And then I will go ahead and give you, also of my dynasty, the Emirate of Baghdad, of Basra, I mean. And there you go. Beautiful. Now we have 2 beautiful, beautiful dukes here. I can create one more duchy. The Kingdom of Iraq, of course I won't create it. It may merely be titular. Oh, man. Our color is a bit washed out now. I don't like it. I wanted a really dark green, but that's okay. You can't always, make things work exactly your way. So I'm going to take it as it is. But look at that. We have created our own kingdom. It is not part of anything. Impressive. I have legitimately never seen that before. Now, either way, we're going to work on a custom empire as well. For that, I would prefer if it were to include essentially everything of the Arabian Empire, but we can do that later. Damn, I just destroyed this entire region's de jure border, but that's okay. I just hope that it doesn't break the game. And now I'm thinking, I of course do want to go with some subjugation in particular. This wouldn't be a subjugation, yeah, this would be an invasion, and I think I would love to do that. Can I go and actually just do a subjugation of the Chavankarai here? Because I think that would be a good start. It would unify, you know, the region over here, the Western Persian Gulf. So let's just go ahead and let's get that done. How strong are you? 4k? I think we can beat that. I have infinite money because I was thinking I was gonna use that money for the Seljuks, but here we are. So let's make this happen. We're an amazing command. I will command the armies myself, of course. I am actually very impressed just by how lucky we got with everything here, but hey, don't worry about it. I'll take it. Oh, we already have a son, Hussein ibn Musa. Would you look at you? I got him with one of my distant relatives here, you know, related to my great-grandfather. We're bringing the lineage together here, I suppose. And welcome, Hussein. That is a nice name. That's okay. Let's make this happen here. Also in my court, just making sure. We are working on rebuilding the Abbasids. And I think Caliph Musa will be... You know, you have these empires, and they commonly breathe a bit. You know, they have phases of expansion, phases of just sitting there, contraction, and essentially, you know, hoping that you survive. And I think the lifetime of Caliph Musa, the way it looks right now, will be mad expansion. I think we are at that point. I can't believe the Seljuks imploded, but hey, you don't look into the mouth of a gifted horse, do you? Oh, and we are in maybe a life or death situation. This is merely someone, you know, that is a Carmathian raider in our land, and that is why I'm taking him out. But I'm not going to say I don't belong here. I think Caliph Musa is made for the battlefield despite being injured, so where's the enemy commander? No. I'm actually dead. You have to be... You gotta be kidding. Caliph Musa was meant to be our destiny. 19 years old. He conquered the Chavankarai in no time whatsoever. And actually, I took all of this land over, huh? Wow. I need to hand all of that out, but I'm dead. I am dead, and Prince Hussein will take over. It's over, I shout as Mayor Khalil staggers backwards, clutching at a clearly fatal wound to his stomach. I turn to face the crowd. Yield, or I continue, but my command is cut short, the taste of blood filling my mouth. My opponent drops his bloodied scimitar, mumbling, "Now, it's over." No, what did you do? And we're dead. We're gone! Having no skills with which to keep the realm together, his rule may be doomed to fail. Long live Sultan Hussein. Hot damn. The only achievement of Caliph Musa was to rule for 3 years, to create his own kingdom, to make it clear that, you know, the entirety of Iraq is essentially just Sunni Caliphate territory. And then he died in battle. And he already had a son. That's actually incredible, honestly, that he already had a son. But my god, Caliph Hussein, what are you going to do despite being 2 years old? Probably, let's be really, nothing. God damn it. And oh wow. So, Caliph al-Mustanzir II, after losing a huge chunk of the Holy Land, is now calling a jihad for Anatolia. I don't think that's gonna go the way that you expect it to go, but I respect it because that is absolute madness. Could have gone for Egypt, you know, for stuff that actually would have led to success, but here we are. And look at that. I got a brother. Caliph Musa already has 2 children. Oh, well, 2 sons, I need to say. And, He died so early. He was so good. I'm so disappointed in life right now, seriously. Man, that breaks my heart. I cannot believe that he died the way he did. And we're going to reorder the realm, and then we're going to take a look at this, because the way I perceive this, honestly, in all honesty, is that I think we're going to continue and... Oh, yeah, I'm going to give you a title, and I'm going to give you a second chance, my friend. Oh, seriously. I'm not going to give you a title, and I will not give you a second chance. I think, actually, you know what, with Persia being as prominent and as rich as they are, could I theoretically, if I give you Dashtistan, right, just for the record here, will you become a republic? Oh, hell yeah! I'm gonna make you a republic. There you go. Beautiful. We have a republic now here dominating the trade in the Persian Gulf region, and that, of course, was a decision that Caliph Hussein had no say in because he's 4 years old. But I've reorganized the realm. Most of the realm is now feeling favorable towards us. I have removed the realm from... well, I mean, anywhere, really. It's a bit weird to me, but we really are now in a situation where our realm is held together just by the goodwill of the council, because I can't do anything. Our realm doesn't have a de jure kind of, like... We don't really exist. You know what I mean? Like, we just don't really exist. What do you mean, being de jure incorporated into the Kingdom of Persia? That can't be right. I don't know. This is a really weird one. The Sunni Caliphate, I love seeing this. This is just so cute. And then this. I don't know. Interesting. Either way, our kingdom is stable, our kingdom is good, and we are in a strong position. And as much, of course, as my dear Caliph Hussein is doing nothing, I will be, you know, slowly but steadily just expanding, just doing some cute little conquest wars. because I think that is fair enough. The council, you know, of course can do that. The commanders of the armies are ambitious. I'm sure are ambitious, and I'm sure that they will also actually go and try to take some land, and I just walked into that like an idiot. But you know what I'm saying, right? Essentially, that is how we're going to play this. Now, as you can see, I quickly subdued the tribes of Arabia, with only one of them, of course, remaining as a Shia Muslim inside of our realm. The rest has been essentially unlanded, and I kind of, you know, just handed it over to this guy, who I hope eventually declares independence. Well, not independence, but, you know, a bit of a war of his own against Emir al-Qaim of Basra. I don't hate Emir al-Qaim, of course, but that is, you know, just a gameplay sort of mechanics balance right there. With that being said, I think we're going to have a bit of a breather here. I'm just going to, you know, get rid of these mercenaries and watch the world develop. You can see it yourself here. I mean, this isn't really going too well. The jihad, of course, I mean, obviously, it will be failing here. There it is. Let's check it out. 53% in favor of Basileos Georgios the Tenacious. He will definitely win that. The Shia faith all but eradicated, but we're not really doing better. We had 31% now, but we're also in a situation where we have so much heresy going on. I mean, look at this. Iraq itself, full of heresy everywhere. I can't take the Hashemites down just yet because they are involved in a holy war here. They are defending for, you know, or rather against the Egyptians when it comes to Ultra Jourdain, and they also are Shia. I need to take them out. The Hashemites being Shia is a huge pain because I don't think they always were Shia. Yeah, they used to be Sunni at some point, but then they all went with Shia. I hope that I can push them out because Mecca and Medina, of course, needs to be in control of us. So I don't love doing this, but I will do it nonetheless. We are, of course, only 6, so don't take this as me making this decision. And by the way, what would our mother educate us in? She's very proud, so I think we will go with pride here. That's definitely not the optimal choice when it comes to, you know, bringing up your children with, but I think that makes sense. Queen Mother Nafisa will teach us what it means to be a proud Abbasid, much like Caliph Musa would have wanted it. And we're going to take that, and then I will decide that the council is essentially, and our mother is pushing for further stabilization of this region. I think I will do my former regent a bit of a favor here. Wasn't it Baysina of Kermanshah? I think it was him. We're going to take down Sultan Hassan the Conqueror, who unified Al Jazeera, and I will just, you know, take everything that isn't Al Jazeera over here in Persia off his shoulders. It's the Sultanate of Persia that will immediately become part of us, you know, by taking this over, further cementing our rule. And by the way, look at this. The Seljuks, are they coming back? I don't think they are, but I definitely just want some clear borders over here, making it so that Baghdad is even less under threat here. By the way, I have been playing with the thought of making this into the series that goes into 1453. What do you think about it? Definitely let me know. So far, they're not even close to like being on, you know, 1066 to 1453 pace, but your opinion would definitely interest me. Do you think this is a good playthrough to do the entire, you know, survivor thing with? I'm not entirely sure. It sounds interesting, but I'm not yet decided. Let me know what you think in the comments, of course. Alright, would you look at that? I won the war for Persia here. We have essentially, you know, kind of pacified the region. I wouldn't really call it pacified, let's be honest here, but we've done a public service by making it more quiet and by making it so that the trade will flow much more freely. But at the same time, our dear, what even is he of ours? A cousin? Yeah, our cousin here conquered Medina. Medina now in the possession of the Sunni faith once more. And we are edging ever so closer to growing up as well. We're already 10 years old. We are making this happen. And I'm just going to defeat these Carmathian raiders. Speaking of Carmathian raiders, I think I will simply have to completely destroy them. I think we're going to go and I'm going to immediately clear this holy war right here. Because you are very annoying, my friend. Get out of here, please. My god, how can one empire that is so tiny, how can they be so annoying? And what happened to the border right here? Did I see this? What is this? Excuse me? Your guards bring in a covered basket left just outside your palace. Believing it to be confections from one of your subjects, you hungrily pull away the covering blanket only to reveal the severed gaping head of Mariam Hussein. The mark of the Ashashin has been carved into her forehead. Okay, I just learned that I definitely want to eradicate the assassins with this character. Weren't they like somewhere over here? Are they already in my land? See, that's the main question here. The Feidain. I don't think that's exactly how I pronounce it, but I know that they already spread to Syria. I just can't spot their sigil anywhere, meaning that they usually are already... Nope, there they are. Fedayeen, show yourself. Okay, I need to take them out over here. I need them to take... Oh, they are in Khyber. Yeah, the assassins will definitely not live for long. In the meantime, the Carmathians are being conquered successfully. Very exciting times here. You know, I've had a fairly quiet time, of course, beyond the total conquest of this region, but we are doing incredibly well. I'm gonna create Bahrain here. And look at that, we're a child made for intrigue. And I chose this focus, not because of our mother, you know, who probably would have said, hey, you need to be on the battlefield, but because Caliph Hussein, in his childhood events, had a lot of events that essentially, you know, he was a bit of a rascal, I would say, meaning that I'm sure that he would pick this focus himself. You know, he would try to study not just the blade, but also the blade in the shadows. And I'm asking, oh baby, I think it needs to be done. Holy War for Hejaz, we can do this before we even grow up, and then we would be in a position of being the ultimate Caliph. And I think it will honestly be the last thing that I will do in this episode. And in the next episode, you let me know, okay? Do we call for a jihad for Egypt? Man, this is a very, very quick expansion here. It's so quick, and I'm not even listening. I'm not even pushing hard, okay? It's just a very, very quick expansion. But you know what? I will go for this Holy War. Let's do it. Let's eradicate them. Mecca must be ours, and I will be the one to make it happen. The more I think about it, the more I see how things are wrongfully denied for me. You know what? His father died so early. It makes sense. He is a really wicked kid because he had a wicked upbringing. And you being my spy master, man, that's risky, but I'm still gonna do it. He had a really wicked upbringing, you know, definitely not the fatherly love that he deserved and that he desired. So yeah, he's a bit of a son of a gun, isn't he? But you know what? Maybe that is exactly what the caliphate needs right here. We had one that was military minded. We had one that was religious minded. We had one that was just insane and ate people. I don't know how that is relevant, but he did. And now instead we have this going on. The new ruler of the Hejaz, and it was all done before he even grew up. But not just that, it was all done so easily, so damn easily. I'm gonna go ahead. Who are you? You are the right religion. That is perfect. You know what? I'm gonna hereby name you the ruler of Hejaz. Oh, I can't do that. Okay. Let me see what I can do here. We've grown up. Let's see what we got here. I am a flamboyant schemer. That's not that good. It could be better, it could be worse, but I think we're ready to rule. We are not a good person. If anybody crosses us, we will definitely destroy them. If they protest, I will crush them. Yeah, that sounds about right. But what we continue and how we continue is something for the next episode, I think. And I would love, you know, I mean, we could go with a jihad against the Byzantines. We could go with a jihad against Egypt. Let me know what you think. We hold Mecca and Medina. Jerusalem, of course, still missing. It is in Shia hands, but I doubt for long, seeing as Egypt is pushing in, destroying everything. Let me know what you think. Where should we go from here? Man, this is a rapid expansion. I gotta tell you, I'm not even pushing that hard. It's just, you know, being the Caliph is incredibly powerful. Caliph Hussein, let's see what your rule brings. Let's hope that you rule for longer than 3 years, eh? But whether our Caliph will actually rule for longer than just 3 years, that's something for tomorrow. Let me know in the comments what you think what we should do. But for the moment, I would like to thank the members of the channel that are making videos such as this one possible. Namely the Barons, Aaron, Stefan, the Richest T, Snywolf, Emma, Mello, Thomas, Lachlan, Mitchell, and MFV, as well as of course Florian. Then also the Counts, Shifty, Wombat, and Kazen. And last but not least, the absolutely beautiful Duke, Suspicious Duck, Nathan, Knight of Squires, Kenneth, Lexo, Eric, and Aiden. Thank you all so much for supporting the channel, and I will see all of you later. Alligator.